Good
Good
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you all? Doing good?
Yeah, fine.
Doing
Yes,
Yes,
fine. Thank
that
you.
sounds fantastic. So, this chill evening, I would like to welcome everyone for today's speaking session. In this session, we are going to discuss like the general overview of speaking and what is the criteria of speaking, as well as how we can deal role play card which is given in our exam. Like with proper preparation, we can definitely do role play card. So shall we start? Yes.
Good evening, Krishnaveni.
Yes. Good evening, Shalini.
Yeah. Let me introduce you.
Yeah, okay.
Good evening, all. Welcome to another exciting session on speaking subtest, which many of our aspirants were longing for. I am Shalini Fernandez, proud aspirant of EduSkill platform under the guidance of Father Salim Joseph. We have amongst us one of the motivating, brilliant, enthusiastic aspirant, Miss Krishnaveni, who has cleared her OET with good scores and awaiting to fly to a dreamland. To tell you about our platform is a non-profit platform consisting of more than 12,000 aspirants with one and only mentor who is the best I can say since I am from this platform and I have experienced his teaching and learning strategies with sincere effort, which we don't get anywhere. I have one request for all the aspirants who is going to attend this session. After this session, please go to the main group and share your experiences which you gained from this session. As well as, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the videos in our channel. Remember one thing, if you want good result and better score, don't forget to watch the videos again and again and like and share it. This is my personal experience. Once if you see the video, you don't understand. But if you watch again and again, definitely you are done with the task. Kindly note, if at all you receive any call from this platform saying that they are the teachers, they will be teaching you with this fees, it is not from our EduSkill. EduSkill platform does not charge single penny from any aspirants. It is free of cost, the best education which you can get nowhere else from Father Salim Joseph. Over to Krishnaveni.
Once again, I would like to welcome you all. Okay, now we are going to deal speaking subtest today in this evening. This speaking subtest is consist of two criteria. Okay, this evening we are going to discuss regarding speaking topic. Okay, before proceeding further, I would like to give you a simple explanation regarding the speaking criteria. This speaking criteria consists of two segments. The first one is linguistic criteria. In this linguistic criteria, the interlocutor or the OET accessor will assess us on intelligibility. The thing intelligibility is pronunciation, how we pronounce the word, and the intonations as well as the accent. So it is belongs to intelligibility. And the second component is fluency. How fluently you can speak to the uh, how fluently you can speak to the interlocutor, like speed and the smoothness of the words, how you speak. The third thing, third component is appropriateness of language. How you like picking up the words, how you will select the words while you speak with the patient or interlocutor, and the tone and the way how you present your professionalism. The fourth component is resources of grammar and expression. So in this fourth component, we are going to deal that grammar and vocabulary. Like grammatically, the words should be sound, and vocabulary, which type of vocabulary we are going to pick up while we are speaking to the interlocutor. So these four components consist under linguistic criteria. The first one is intelligibility, second one is fluency, third one is appropriateness of language, and the fourth is resources of grammar and expressions. So these four components comes under linguistic criteria. Now let us move to clinical communication criteria. And this clinical communication criteria, the first thing is relationship building. So how we will behave with the patient, like how we maintain a rapport with the patient, like empathy, and how we deal or how we manage the communication with the interlocutor, in the sense like patient. The second component under clinical communication criteria is understanding and incorporating the patient's perspective. So in that, we have to understand and incorporate the patient perspective in that. Like we have to understand what the patient is explaining to us or what the patient is mean to us. The third component is providing structure. Like while dealing with the role play card, we have to use certain frames like firstly, secondly, later on, now, like following that, like search time frames you have to use in order to provide a proper structure for the role play. And the fourth component in clinical communication criteria is the main important thing, information gathering. If we know the information from the patient or from the interlocutor perfectly, then we can plan the role play card, right? Then after that, the fifth component is information giving. If you know the information from the person, then only you can lead the role play card perfectly, like giving the information to the person. So these five components comes under clinical communication criteria. In a nutshell, speaking criteria consists of two. Speaking subtest consists of two criteria. That is one linguistic criteria. The second one is clinical communication criteria. Okay. Now let us move. Now you can see the overview of speaking subtest. Okay. The speaking subtest will consist of two role play cards. The person who is sitting opposite to us, he is the examiner or interlocutor. Okay. The duration will take for each candidate 15 to 20 minutes. And the procedure, the first starting procedure will be warm up session. Then following that, the role play card will be there. Let me tell you one more thing. In this warm up session, this one will be not assessed by just to make the candidate comfortable with the interlocutor. So in the overview, examiner or interlocutor will be there. Then that whole duration will be 15 to 20 minutes. And the procedure will be like starting with the warm up session. In that warm up session, they will not assess the candidate grammatical or their English language test. They will just make it the candidate to be comfortable by understanding the interlocutor's accent or to make the candidate comfortable. This warm-up session will not be assessed in order to give the scoring system. Then following that, the role play cards will be there. In that, as you all know, there will be two role play cards will be there. It will be like different settings can be. Later, I'll discuss all those things. And duration of each role play card will be end up with 5 minutes. So every card you have to maintain yourself with 5 minutes. Then later, after finishing this 5 minutes, the role play card, then the interlocutor will give you the second role play card. So now, I hope you got an overview of speaking subtest. Then let us move to other slide. So as you know, each role play card will consist of like speaking we have to start the interview first of all. After receiving the role play card, we have to start the interview, like reading the role play card. After reading the role play card, we will get 3 minutes time. In that preparation time, we have to collect the required information from the role play card itself. Then after that, we have to start the interview, just like telling to the interlocutor, hello, good morning, my name is so and so, and I'll be the attending nurse for you today. So by that way, the based on criteria or based on the speaking role play card, we have to lead the role play card. Then after that, taking the patient history, then explaining medical condition or procedure. Mostly, as you know, we will get one role play card based on either medical condition or like any procedures. Sometimes it can be like post-operative or like doing dressing. Such things will be there. And the fourth one is we have to provide reassurance and education to the patient. So from that, the patient will understand, okay, the nurse has explained me something and I have to do these things in order to get better health. Then now I will take to other slide. As I said, role play cards will be consist of two, like role play card will be consist of different settings. The first one might be like community health center, private clinics, hospital ward, outpatient department, home visit, school, procedure room, nurse practitioners, or emergency department. So this will be the different kinds of settings. The role play card background will be based on these things mostly. So if you get, for example, if you get any role play card stating that a patient had road traffic accident and he came to the emergency department. So in that condition, we have to state ourselves by saying like this. Hello, good morning. Based on the time, if the role play card timing has given like it is early morning or in the night, so you can definitely say that, good morning. My name is Krishnavini. I'm one of the registered nurses working in this department. So what brings you here today? So by asking or by stating that question, you can understand the patient condition. He may give you some clear information regarding the situation or based on his visit. So as you know, Father Salim has given us previously speaking sessions in that you may have seen this PQRST method of assessment. Like P can be related to provocation. Like we have to answer what was the pain is provoking or what it makes it worse, what makes it better, or did the pain wake up you from the bed? So such questions we have to ask the patient. If by questioning that P stands for provocation, so we have to ask either the pain is reducing or increasing based on your position or based on your like lifestyle changes. Something you have to ask the patient. Then the next segment is Q. So Q stands for quality. In that, if for example, if we take pain as a component, or if you receive any role play card based on the pain, you can ask, is the pain is sharp or it is dull? The nature of the pain we have to ask, either it is cramping pain or stabbing, burning pain or aching. So such the nature of the pain we can ask from this quality. Then the third one is R. R stands for radiates. So does the pain moves around or does the pain radiates to shoulder or the lower back? So by asking the patient will understand definitely that where the pain is, if it is related to pain. Then the next one is severity. S stands for severity scale. So if it is related to pain, you can ask 0 to 10 is the scale. 0 is no pain, 10 is the worst pain or severe pain you ever had. This is not only for the pain. For example, if you want to ask regarding the patient's like cigarette smoking habit, or for example, if you want to ask the patient regarding their activities, all you can just link up like sleeping pattern. How many hours per day you will sleep, or how many hours per day your sleep is getting. So you can ask such questions. 0 to 10. 0 is anywhere you can applicable. This 0 is no nil, and the 10 is the extreme level. And the next one is timing. T stands for timing. When did the pain start, or when did the sneezing start? When did the you can say that when did the asthma start? You can just incorporate it with the disease condition. Was the onset is slow or sudden? If, for example, the patient is saying that he have that chest pain, you can ask whether the pain is slow or sudden onset, and how long does it last? It is like constant or intermittent pain. So you can ask such questions. PQRST is mainly we can use in case of pain. And now I would like to give like a small information related to speaking. The first thing, when you question to the patient, once you've received the role play card, you have to ask the interlocutor. If it is a known case, you can ask them directly. If it is a known case, no need to ask the person's name. If it is unknown case, you can definitely ask, like, may I know your name, or how can I call you during the role play. And the second thing, if it is unknown case, you can ask the person's name during, before the preparation time, like 3 minutes preparation time we will get. During that time, you can ask them, I would like to ask your name for my further communication. Then, if it is a known case, it must be given in the role play card itself. Later, for example, if you want to question the person, you can ask that, would you mind telling me that what's bothering you? So from that, the patient can explain you what actually brought him to the department, either emergency department or to the hospital, like. But the main thing you have to do is communication. Okay, the communication, you you are the leader of the role play card, so you must lead the role play card properly. Then only the role play card will run smoothly. As you know, the questioning will be involved with two types of questions. The first one is open-ended questions. The open-ended questions is like, tell me about your pain, or tell me about your lifestyle. So there the patient will start to explain in detail. That is called as open-ended questions. But in case if you start to ask the person regarding closed-ended questions, it can be like yes or no type. So you can just simply ask the person, have you had a soundful sleep yesterday? So that means the person can say yes or no. If he want to say yes, it is like, yeah, close, yes or no can be in the closed ended type questions you can use. Or if patient wants to elaborate, or the person wants to elaborate it, no, I didn't had a soundful sleep yesterday, sister. So from there he can still include his own information. Then when you are going to ask, and another special tip is, when you are going to ask the person some personal information, for example, marital life or the person's eating habits, because in European countries, as we know that by asking their even food preferences, sometimes they feel it as their personal thing. So before asking something personal to the person, you have to ask their permission, like, uh, would you mind if I ask you some more personal questions about your dietary pattern? Don't end up your question by stating that, would you mind if I ask some personal questions? What kind of personal you are going to ask? So the person will get some confusion, right? So for that, you have to complete the sentence. Would you mind if I ask you regarding your food habits, or regarding your sleep pattern, or regarding your marital life? So such the ending should be perfect. Then only the interlocutor will understand what is your intention. Okay. Then, for example, if you take a hospital ward, like if you receive any role play card, in case it is an unknown case, you can say there, like, greeting yourself. Good morning. My name is Celine Anthony, one of the registered nurse working in this hospital ward. Okay. Or else you can just ask by another way, for my verification or for the confirmation, could you please tell me your name, please? If it is unknown case again. Okay. Known case, directly you can start by saying that, good morning, Mr. Joseph. My name is Selena Antony. I am the registered nurse attending you. So I'll be taking care of you today. So you can conclude by that way. Anyway, whatever it is, if you know the patient name, start to communicate with them little more closer. Like, hi, Mr. Joseph, how are you? Have you had your breakfast? So such questions which can bring you and your patient together. So kindly maintain that rapport with the person in case of known case. But if it is unknown case, just first thing we have to start by saying, oh, my name is so and so, and I'm working, and I'll be the one taking care of you for this shift. You can just state by that. Then the next step, you can start to ask the person what brings them here to the hospital, or what is their main concern, and have they encountered anything that not completed in their like in their shift. So all the questions you can ask based on the role play card. So always use your like ears, not only the eyes in case of speaking. Why? Because If you start to use only the eyes, you may only read the role play card and end up with giving information based on that role play card. So when you use your ears, you can definitely understand patient's perspective. Then based on that, you can lead the role play card. Sometimes patient can ask you some questions which is not given in the role play card. So if the interlocutor will not assess, maybe based on the role play card, they'll assess how easily you are understanding the patient and how easily you are comforting the patient. So it is also one of the important factor. If it is in case of recovery room, you can say by this way, like, good morning, my name is Selena Anthony, one of the registered nurse working in this recovery room. Because the patient already underwent surgery and they are under effect of anesthesia. So you have to know patient is either oriented or disoriented. So you can tell that, can you please tell me your name? All right, Mr. Joseph, you have undergone a surgery few hours ago and the surgery went well. Now you are under our observation. How are you feeling now? So after asking such questions, you can definitely lead the role play card. Proceed to the task. In case of home visit, you can say like self-introduction. But be careful while you receive home visit role play card. First of all, you should know that the patient name has given in the role play card. If it is given, you can directly start by stating, okay, Mr. Joseph, you can start by saying that, good morning, my name is Celine Anthony, the community health nurse working in your locality. Like, am I talking to Mr. Joseph? You can say by stating that you have to confirm either the right person you're talking or someone else, because as you know that sharing the patient information to someone is really not legal, or it can be considered as malpractice. So you have to confirm yourself by stating that you are talking to the right person and you have entered the right address. So if the person is saying that, yes, you are talking to Mr. Joseph, please come inside, then that's the moment you can start to lead the role play card. If in case, can you all say this role play card? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So in this role play card, they have given the question. The setting is school clinic nurse. Okay, school clinic. The setting has given school clinic, and the nurse is read the nurse role play card. You are speaking to a student, an athlete, 18-year-old runner who has a headache following an athletic event. He or she is visiting you to see what is wrong. Okay, so the background is saying that you are talking, the setting is school clinic. So you are the school health nurse and you are dealing with the 18 years old runner who has headache following an athletic event. Either he or she is visiting you and they want to know what's wrong with them, like why they had that attack or headache following an athletic event. So from that background information, we can easily understand the person is a student. So you already know the person, right? So here it is like a known case. You are the school health nurse. Definitely you will know about the person name and everything. So in this case, you can definitely ask in your preparation role play preparation time. So in this role play card, you can see the setting is school clinic and the nurse is speaking to a student, an athletic 18-year-old runner who has a headache following an athletic event. He or she is visiting you to see what is wrong. So there, the main information they have given is you are the school health nurse and you will definitely know the person, like he's 18 years old runner, and you might know the patient name also because he is your patient or he is your school student. So definitely you will have more chance to have the interaction with the person. So from that role play card, 3 minutes preparation time, you can definitely ask the interlocutor, what can I call during the role play? Okay, how can I address you during the role play card? Once you know the person name, then you can start to play the role play card by this way. For example, if the person name is Joseph, let us take as Joseph. Okay, good morning, Mr. Joseph. My name is Krishnaveni. Okay, what brings you here today? Or because he already had an attack, you can tell him, please be seated. After telling that, you can say that, what brings you here today? Or what's bothering you? You can ask either any of the question, but never ask any compound questions. It may lead to confusion either to the interlocutor or to the accessor. So shoot a question at a time, only one question. Never shoot like compound questions to the interlocutor, because they'll be confusing which question they has to answer to you. Then at that moment, the person can tell you maybe, sister, I was playing in playground. Then suddenly I had a headache. Okay, I faint in the ground. He may say by that answer. After that, you can, the first role play, first task they have given was find out when the headache began. So whenever you receive the role play card, after reading the background information, within your 3 minutes preparation time, try to underline the verb form which is given in the task. So the first thing they have given in first task is find out when the headache has begun. So there you are going to find out what actually how the headache has begun. You are going to find out. And the second one is find out about the student's food intake and today, like amount and type of food, volume, type of fluids, etc. So the second card you are asking that the patient intake how he had today. Third one, reassure the student that dehydration with excessive exercise is common if intake is insufficient. And the fourth task is saying suggest that the student begins to eat or drink a small amount now, that is fruit, water, juice, etc., and increase gradually. Encourage the students to see how he or she feels in 2 hours and report back to you if the headache still persists. The final one is give suggestions to help the student avoid getting this type of headache in the future. For example, sufficient breakfast, fluids, etc. So by reading this role play card, we can definitely understand that what we are going to give the suggestions and what questions we have to shoot to the Mr. Joseph. So the first question we have to ask by this way: find out when the headache began. So would you, Mr. Joseph, would you mind telling me when the headache was started? Or would you please elaborate it for me? You can ask by that way. Then the person can tell, sister, while I was playing in the ground, I had sudden headache and I fainted. So from that you can understand, okay, patient had headache, then he fainted. The following event is he fainted after the headache. Then okay. Then third moment you can ask the person, Mr. Joseph, would you mind if I ask you some more questions related to your diet today? So the person will tell, because you already given the clear information, you are going to ask him regarding his diet today, okay, his food intake today. So the person will tell, okay, sister, I just wake up in the morning like 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Then I had a cup of milk. After that, I jogged for an hour. Then before coming to school, I just had an omelette. Okay, so you can definitely understand he is not taking the proper food, or he is not taking like good volume of fluids. Then the third one is reassure the student that dehydration with. So you are going to give the rationale that why he had the headache and why he fainted. So you will give the explanation that reassure. So by take, do not worry, Mr. Joseph. This is quite common in school-going children or school-going adolescents. As you said that you have not taken much fluids, or you have not taken the nutritious diet, that might be the reason. You never confirm the reason. This is the reason. You can say that might be the reason for your headache. Then the third one, you have to give some suggestions. Suggest that the student begins to eat, like what type of food he has to take and how he has to modify his diet pattern. So you have to give the fourth one as suggestions. Mr. Joseph, I would like to recommend you to take like at least 3 liters of water a day, and try to include more veggies in your diet, and try to drink some fresh fruit drinks like juices. You can tell them by that way, okay, juices or either water or fruits. So you can include such type of foods in your daily diet. So suggestions you have to give. Whenever you read the task, you can understand what should be the next step, like encouragement. The fifth step, it is saying that encouragement. So encouragement in the sense, there you are going to say to the Joseph, Mr. Joseph, I strongly encourage you, or strongly uh, insist you to see me after 2 hours, because I would like to know your condition has improved or still you have that headache. Okay, so would you able to come for the next visit after 2 hours? You can just ask the person by that way. So after that, you will get some acknowledgement from the person. Either he is able to come or he cannot come. So if you shoot that question to him, would you able to come to visit me after 2 hours? Then definitely he will say either it is possible for him or it is not possible. And you will know that if the person headache is still persists, he will definitely visit you. Then the last point is give some suggestions to help avoid getting this type of headache. So what he has to do in the next event, like if he want to stop some further occurrences like this, what he has to do. So give some suggestions. Then that moment you can state by this way. Mr. Joseph, I strongly recommend you, or I strongly suggest you to take some sufficient breakfast as well as fluids, because what are all the things we have to include in the role play card, it is clearly given in the bracket form. So you no need to create any new story in this role play card. By seeing just role play card and underline the things which is given in the bracket, this is the hint for you what you are going to talk to the person. So if you can cover all these topics within 5 minutes, then still you are thinking that the time has not finished and the interlocutor has not stopped you, you can definitely do one more thing. Like, okay, Mr. Joseph, I think I have cleared all your doubts. If you still have any doubts, please let me know. But before like completing the role play card, I would like to give like what till now what we have discussed the things. Like in a nutshell, I'm going to explain you. Till now we have discussed about your headache, when it started, and what are all the foods you have to take, and what is the suggestions has given by me. Kindly follow all the suggestions so I can expect the better health in you. So you can just state the word like conclusion. You are going to conclude all the information what you have given, not the same way how you explain the role play card. It must be like I have given you suggestions to drink water and following like I encourage you to come and visit me within 2 hours. So all these things you can explain to the person. The same way once you finish the first role play card, the second role play card also will be there. So after finishing your second role play card, then the interlocutor will stop the recording. So I hope that I make something clear for you. I'm so sorry for the rough explanation what I have given you, because I can't able to, like prepare the PPT because of my busy schedule. I can promise you that the next time the session will be more like interesting. I can tell you that. I don't know how many of you got some clear picture about speaking. This is just simple explanation I have given you, not following all the standards and everything. Can anyone talk what we have discussed today? Lily? Lily Mole?
Yes, Krishna Priya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we know what, and at least some of you get some information regarding the speaking today?
Yes, Krishna. Sure. I got some clarification regarding the structure, criteria. You given simple explanation regarding the speaking criteria. So it was it was helpful for us when we are doing the speaking. How to start with the role play card and how to approach the role play card. So it was beneficial for us, Krishna. Thank you so much for your explanation.
Thank you so much also to you all. But I can definitely promise you that the next session will be more productive. I can promise from my side. This is just like a general overview we have given, but soon we can expect some role play cards with the candidates as well. The
Okay.
things will be taken into consideration by Father Salim. Then later we will post it in the group.
Yeah, it will be very much beneficial for us, Krishna, because this is only introduction, no? So we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some information how to approach the role play card and how to start with the role play card. But if you give some role play card with this example, and means someone is do this role play together with someone else, so it will be much benefit for us. So how to approach, how to do it, it will give clear idea about it.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you
I
anyway. You
understand.
did your.
Krishna?
I have one
Yes.
suggestion, Krishna. Next time, if you take different settings, at least two dear settings. You told
Yes,
already there is a 5 or 6 settings. Am I
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, so at least the two settings, if you take a role play card and just show us how to start this one, it will be much beneficial for us.
Yes, that
in
would be,
future.
I appreciate, Lily. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Krishna Veni, one
Yes,
more
Shalini.
suggestion from my side.
Yes, please.
Next time when you take the same session, I would like you to take interlocutor as well as nurse's role. We will volunteer ourselves to
Yeah,
become
that would
whatever
be
you want.
better actually. Yes,
So,
that would be
so
better.
that they will have better idea how to speak about.
Mm.
But you have explained us in a wonderful way. Yes, well explained. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shalini, for the support.
Hello, Krishna. Myself
Yes,
Vaibhavi. Yeah, I want to
Vaibhavi.
ask you that if setting is nursing practitioner, then how we will start the conversation?
Okay. If it is nursing practitioner, just like GP, general practitioner, okay, you can read the role play card. After that, the background information is given. Obviously, the nursing practitioner, just like OPD clinic. So there you can start saying that, good morning. Just read the role play card. From that, you can understand. Either it is given, the person has came for the first time, or the person came for what you call that,
Follow up.
checking the result or getting some appointments, follow up care. So all this we have to see in the background information. By knowing that, we can definitely start the role play card by stating like, good morning, my name is Krishnavini. Like, I'm the nurse, I'll be the one taking care of you today. Would you mind telling me that what brings you here today? You can start by asking. But if it in case the person came for the result, or he came to get for example, another like second opinion, or maybe the person already known to you, you can start by saying like, okay, hi Vaibhavi, how are you since we met last time? Okay, so you can just
Okay.
state that, the person will understand. Okay, the person already aware of me, or she know about my condition, so he will be much more relaxed. So you can just start by that. Okay, if it is nurse, like a nurse practitioner, you can say, good morning, my name is so and so. Could you please tell me what's bothering you? Or
Okay.
if they give some reports, they said that I came to check my reports. Then in that moment, you can definitely say, I have seen the reports. Before proceeding further, I would like to ask you some questions. Always try to collect the information first, then render your information, or give the information. Collect and give. So first thing, in any role play card, we have to collect the information, then we have to go for information giving. So these two are very much important components in our picking criteria. Some
All
role play
right.
cards or some videos we may have seen that they are continuously talking and they are not listening to the person. For example, the nurse is telling that, sister, the patient is asking to the nurse, okay, nurse, I would like to know whether there is any visiting hours. If the person is asked that question, the response should be, yeah, we have some policy or procedures for the visitors, so let me tell you the details. You can start by that way. But if the person is asking about visiting hours, okay, Mr. Joseph, do you have any other queries? If you say that, the person will think that you are not attending to the person, or you are not an active listener. So
Hmm.
be always prepare with the person, like you have to answer to the person's query, not never lead the role play card based on the task. You have to be more accurate with the person's response. If the person is asking one question, you have to give the same response to the, I mean, like you have to give answer to that same question. Never jump the questions from one task to another task. If it is the task has given like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, once you finish the first task, go to the second task. If the person did not ask you any question, other interlocutor, but
All
never
right.
jump your explanation from 1 to 3. It may lead confusion to the interlocutor also, because they are not, mostly they are not from the medical background, the interlocutors, so they may just lead the role play card which is given to them. But some, they are really very clever, so they will include their own information in the role play card if it is not given also, and they will check that how capable you are in leading with the new situation.
All right. Thank you so much for your uh, detailed information.
Okay, welcome to you.
Yeah.
And main things, like some disease conditions we will have, like a hypertension, cardiac diseases, or cancer. So such diseases, we can, from as a nurse, we can just include 2 or 3 points. The first thing is, you can tell them to opt a healthy diet, like a healthy lifestyle. If you follow, if you at least if you can do a 10 minutes walk a day, it can keep you healthier. So, like lifestyle changes, you can tell to them, and exercise and more water intake until and unless the patient is kidney, if they have any renal issues, never encourage them to have more water. So, these 3 things you can include any kind of role play card in order to keep the person fit and healthy. And finally, if the thing has given in the role play card regarding the leaflet, include it. If not, like again in lifestyle changing conditions like a hypertension or cancer or diabetes, so such cases we can definitely say that like vaccinations or any kind of like post-operative cases, you can tell that okay, Mr. Joseph, if you have any queries, please go through with this leaflet. It may help you to understand more better. So leaflet also you can include in any kind of role play card. But be aware that either the leaflet or the role play card has give more information or like further information they required or not in the role play card. Everything you have to plan based on the task. So kindly understand the verb form which is given in the starting of the task. Like explain the like lifestyle changes or instruct the person to take more veggie food. If they have given instruct is a word, again explain is a word, then find out is a word. So such words will really help us to lead the role play card. Without reading a whole role play card also, you can just if you don't have much time, you can underline that find out or anything like such words, verb form, then underline the things which is given in the bracket. It is much more helpful for you if you want to lead the role play card effectively. Never neglect the things which is given in the bracket, especially in OET reading as well as the speaking. These two are really dangerous elements. Which is given in the bracket, it is more important thing. But as a person, we always neglect the things which is given in the bracket. Any more doubts, dear? Other candidates? This session is completely for the freshers, like our beginners.
Sister,
Feel free to ask questions. Yes.
sister, good evening. I'm
Good
Rajakumari.
evening. Okay.
Always I will confuse with how to whether it is known case or unknown case. Always I will be confusing.
You can
Please
understand either it
explain.
is a known case or you can understand surely that one from the background information. Either it is a known case or unknown case. If it is known case, definitely it has given the information like a hospital. Sometimes a hospital ward they will give you. Hospital
Yes,
ward, community settings, or home visits.
home
These are all
visit,
like known case.
known
Yeah,
case.
they may give you
For
the name. Yeah, they may give
yes.
you the name.
My understanding is for if emergency, if one patient is coming to emergency, that will be unknown case, right?
Yeah.
First time.
But sometimes it can be known case. Sometimes it can be a known case also, even
Yeah, that is
emergency.
what
Why?
I will.
Because
Yes.
if the person, if you are the first person seeing the patient, so that moment you can consider it as the new case, unknown case. For example,
Okay.
the patient met an accident and came to the emergency department.
Emergency.
You are
Okay.
examining the person. If they have given that you are examining the person, definitely that is unknown case, and
Unknown
first time
case.
you are touching the patient.
Okay.
If it is given that a patient had for example, patient had what you call that, like a heart attack. Okay, patient had heart attack or a myocardial infarction, and he came to emergency department. He has been waiting long time. Okay, but no one is attended him. That would be also a unknown case.
Unknown case. Yes.
But yeah, known case, it can be like always the patient is admitted mostly. Hmm. And sometimes the patient can be there longer hours in emergency department. You, while understanding the background information, you can definitely analyze either it is a known case or unknown.
Okay.
And one more important thing, most of us will have that tendency to use the word patient. Okay, Mr. Joseph, instead of saying the word
Patient name.
patient name, we can say some I have listened or some I have seen that they are using. It will be helpful for the patient if you listen my words or if you follow my suggestions.
That should
Patient
not
never
be
ever
used.
use the word patient because it is disrespect for them.
Okay.
And always be cautious with the while
Calling by
pronouncing the
name.
patient. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Joseph, do not call them Joseph
Yes,
until
by
and unless
yes,
if
we
the
have to
person
respect
is
them.
very close contact to you since many years.
Okay.
So, Mr. Joseph, and give their respect, Miss or Mrs. It is always safer to use Mrs. Miss in case of female. Either they are married or unmarried, better to use Miss. Because if you start to use Mrs., that may be difficult for you to either
Convert.
they are, yeah.
Okay.
Any more doubts?
Thank you
And
so
in
much.
case, yeah,
One more.
welcome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
please carry on.
No. One more suggestion.
Yes.
Well explained. Really, I was not aware of the speaking. Just I'm beginner.
Okay.
I had somewhat I understood what is the role of speaking.
Mhm.
Second thing, if possible, with one play card,
Yeah, yeah.
interlocutor as well as nurse.
Hmm.
If you do role play, it will be better for us to learn more things.
Yeah, definitely. We will concentrate on that.
Each topic, yes, like emergency, hospital setting, clinic, home clinic. It will be beneficial for us to learn more.
Oh yeah, that taken your suggestions are taken in consideration. What's your name? Sorry.
Rajakumari.
Rajakumari. Okay, sure.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. And sometimes we will get the patient sometimes we will receive a card immunizations for the baby. So in that conditions, baby, we never speak with the baby, right? So that
Yes,
condition
we have to talk to
use
mother or yes.
and always try to incorporate the baby. So like, okay, Mrs. Smith, I understand that your baby had cat bite.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, how is he feeling? So never ever speak to the mother alone. Always engage the
Include
person
baby,
like
yes.
baby also. Yeah. So that would also give that you are not only considering the watcher and you
Mother,
are
yes.
giving importance to the
baby.
patient also. Yeah, baby.
Very,
Any other question?
very nice introduction.
Good evening.
Thank you so much, Rajakumari.
Really.
Good evening.
Good evening. May I know who's
Thank
this?
you. Yeah, my name is Shalini.
Shalini. Okay.
Thank you for your wonderful explanation. So I would like to ask one question. I am a beginner.
Okay.
So is there any specific method for daily practice in speaking?
Yes, there is. Obviously, we will not have like everyone will not be comfortable with others, and you may not feel like competent or feel comfortable to speak with your friends also. So there is one better way. Try to record yourself, like record either if it is video also better. You can just put some screen recorder in your mobile and record yourself and check it by like how you have like there is any more hours or there is time lagging between speaking and like how you are speaking like grammatically correct or not. For example, let me tell you, if instead of telling that how are you had your food, instead of asking that person, if you ask you had food, how it sounds, right? For example, patient is coming to hospital and instead of asking that how are have we since we met last time, you are good since last time. If we ask such a way, the interlocutor also will think that you are not grammatically compose the sentence, right? So always keep the sentences in a questionary form while you are questioning the person. Do you mind if I ask some questions? So like such call that the questionary form should be in a polite way and it has to be understandable to the interlocutor. So whenever you start to record yourself by questioning from one point from the patient and another point. Like for example, before I have shown you one role play card, right? In that, they are asking like find out the headache when the headache has started. So you can, as a nurse, you will ask, okay, Mr. Joseph, would you mind telling me that when you had the headache or when the headache has started? Then immediately after starting that question, you can say, yes, sister, when I was playing in the ground, I suddenly fainted. Then after that, I start to have dizziness. So once you have to perform the patient role play and the next second itself, you have to turn yourself as a nurse. Then while after recording, try to listen it many times. Though you are the real teacher for your mistakes. Okay, you will understand your mistakes. When you can able to understand your own mistakes, then you can able to easily correct others also, Shalini. For
Okay,
me
thank you.
also, yeah, for me also, I used to speak. In fact, I don't know how to like approach with others, whether I can talk to them. Maybe if I talk something wrong, they will question or they will think that I don't know grammar. So
Mm.
that time, as Father Salim said, what I have done, I started to like mirror practice I used to do. And the second thing I had mirror practice I used to do. And the second time I used to record myself and understand the question, how I have formulated it and how I answered. So better you can do the same way. And if you have someone to speak with you, always try to communicate with them in English. Never ever use your like mother tongue or native language.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome. Is there any other question? Shall we wind up the session? Shalini?
Yes.
Good evening, Krishna.
Good evening.
I'm Vincy. John.
Yes.
Okay, with your permission, I would like to add more points regarding our platform. Can I continue?
Yeah. You can continue.
Okay, so I think today there is so many new faces here. That's why I'm just utilizing this opportunity to introduce our empowering army group here. At the same time, I'm just want to share regarding our Edusquiz app, Coaching Raine in Play Store. So first of all, I think some of you know regarding the 8 p.m. discussion every day at 8 p.m. in our main platform. It is led by a group of students who spare at least 5 minutes daily in order to assist our platform. So if you are able to spare your at least 5 minutes daily, you are welcome to the empowering group. Its aim is to just support our main platform with our little activities such as to lead discussion in order to collect some names like that. There will be short activities for you. At the same time, you will get more opportunity to study together. You will get more exposure to the OET study topics. So every one of you are welcome to the empowering army groups. There is total 6 groups currently. So after the session, if you are interested, you can just message the admin panel as well as Regina Begum. I think some of you were attended yesterday's session. So you will be familiar with Regina Begum. If you are interested, you can message her too. Otherwise, you can message the admin panel, including Soumya Shyam and Sarah Paul. You can message. And then next one is about our EduSkill app. You can download this Coaching Raine application from Play Store. And it will ultimately, it is a 4-month training program, and it will give more a structured practice for OET, especially for the beginners. You can take materials from there, and you have to submit the daily task through the application itself. You can collect the more information regarding this Coaching Raine application from our main platform. Then the last thing, you have to subscribe our channel, our YouTube, our EduSkill channel. There is a lot of videos uploaded by Father Salim Joseph regarding each and every subtest of OET. So kindly watch. If you like, give a thumbs up and comment under each YouTube video and share to each one of your friends. And please add your friends to the EduSkill platform, because you are here with the grace of so many others. You are here by due to someone added you here. So you have to do the same thing. Kindly try to add your friends to the platform. Then only they will get an access to identify the strategies. I think you are familiar with the strategies. So kindly try to add your friends who are just trying to start OET. I think it's clear for you. Is it?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
At the
yes.
same time,
Yes,
there is
Vinci.
one more point that we are just planning to give some training program for the aspirants who are interested to give some training for the new OET aspirants. It is teachers training program. If you are interested, you can just apply for that. You can just directly message Father Salim Joseph or the admin panel. You can message them. We will give some training regarding each subtest, and after that you can provide free or paid service for the other OET aspirants through an institution. Hope it's clear for you.
Yes, Vinci, it's clear.
Okay.
Yes, Vinci.
So there's no other concerns.
Okay, fine. Getting your permission, I would like to thank Father Salim, our one and only beloved mentor, for his effortless service and the kind heart to teach everyone and help us to reach out our goals. Special thanks to Krishna Veni for sparing your precious time and sharing your knowledge. Definitely one day we are going to achieve what we are desiring for. And I thank all the members of the admin for their wonderful support and organizing these programs, as well as you, my dear aspirants. Do not worry. This is your first time maybe, but you will be equivalent to all the others who have already reached their destinations. Be positive, think positive. Definitely, you will achieve what you want.
Okay.
Yeah, that is very important.
Okay.
Whenever you see the YouTube video, please, we see the video, but we forget to like and subscribe. Please do so that we can do many more things without any spending a single penny. Please do so, subscribe, like, and share. And also share your input, what you learned today. It will be beneficial for others who were not able to come. Thank you.